What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. Got nothing to lose. Why not? Do all that good stuff. Hey, share the video with a friend. We're going to talk about John Mara and what he said about Joe Judge in this video. John Mara needs to be put in a home. John Mara is losing touch with reality. John Mara's got some bats in the belfry. About a week ago, maybe about a week and a half ago, Mark Holmes comes out with a video comparing Micah Parsons and Lawrence Taylor. Said what I had to say about it. Mark Holmes tried to troll me again today. Wanted me to take the bait, not taking it. Said my piece on the matter. Tags me in a video. Not doing it, Mark. Sorry. I will have a Mark Holmes parody video up hopefully by the end of the week. It's going to take some time to do it, but I do plan on having it. The parodies are running hot and heavy on this channel this year because we got nothing else to do but laugh. While I think it's a ridiculous comparison to compare Micah Parsons to the greatest defensive player in the history of the league, I kind of get it. Micah Parsons is having a absolutely phenomenal season. Phenomenal. He's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's fun to watch. He's a game changer. He's an absolute beast. He's everything I said he'd be coming out of college. Got the video to prove I said all this stuff too, but he's great. He has an outside chance to win Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. Lawrence Taylor is the only guy to do that. So I think it's a little lofty already to start comparing those two. I understand. He's deserved praise. Micah Parsons deserves praise for the way he's played. And God forbid, it'll probably have a huge game against us. And it'll be a glorified scrimmage for Dallas this week. So I kind of get that. He deserves praise. He deserves recognition. The kid's having a hell of a season. How does Joe Judge earn the right to be compared to Bill Parcells or Bill Belichick? Because he has coach speak? Because he wears a hoodie? Because he came off the Belichick tree? I got news for you. Everything that's fallen off the Belichick tree is rotted on the ground. Bill Parcells took a 3-win Giants team his first year, made him a 9-win team his second year, and they won a playoff game against the Rams before eventually losing to the 49ers, who would become world champions in 1984. 2 years after 84, win a Super Bowl, one of the greatest teams in the history of football, the 1986 Giants. He wins a Super Bowl 4 years after that. Of course, Bill Belichick, he was defensive coordinator for those teams. Not only did Parcells turn the Giants around, takes over a 1-15 Patriots team. 3 years later, they're in the Super Bowl against the Packers. Then he takes over a 1-15 Jets team. 2 years later, they're in the AFC Championship game. You see a pattern? Bill Parcells takes a bad organization, brings it to the top, or brings it close to the top. Massive improvement from the Big Tuna. That's why he's one of the greatest coaches in the history of this game. Then we get to Belichick. Belichick, 6-10 his first year with Cleveland, 7-9 his second year. Improvement. Third year, 7-9. Not improvement, not a decline. Same. Fourth year there, won 11 games, made the playoffs. Fifth year, he was 5-11. They moved to Baltimore, they fired him. So after 5 years, he went to the playoffs. He got fired after winning 5 games. Goes to the Patriots, doesn't have a good first year there, then manages to win 3 out of the next 4 Super Bowls, ends up with 6 Super Bowl titles, which is just as many Super Bowls as any team in the history of football. He's the greatest head coach in the history of football. And look at what they're doing this year. They may make it back to the damn Super Bowl. Not to mention, I think he's played in 9 Super Bowls with the Patriots. He's been to 9. I think they've won 9 AFC championships. They could win another one this year. With a rookie quarterback. He's doing this. There is no way in hell that Joe Judge should be mentioned with Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells. Not even close. Not even close. There's nothing there. You want to say, oh, Baddog, you can't keep firing coaches every 2 years. That's not the way you run a successful organization. That's true. How about you hire the right damn guy for the job to begin with? But let's take a look at what's happened since Coughlin's left here. McAdoo, first year here. First year, won 11 games. Brought us to the playoffs. First time in 5 years the Giants have been in the playoffs. He didn't even get through the second season. And I don't want to hear about, oh, Baddog, we've got so many injuries. That 2017 team was maligned with injuries. The entire season. They lost everybody that year. It didn't stop them from firing McAdoo before the season even finished, did it? Then they bring in Pat Shurmur. Pat Shermer won 5 games his first year here. Not good. But much like Joe Judge, the second half of the season in his first year was very good. We were 4-4 after starting 1-7. And really, we could have been 7-1. We blew some big leads in the fourth quarter. The only game that we really got beat in the second half without kind of blowing a lead was against the Titans. I think they beat us 17-0 or something, okay? So it looked like we turned the corner. Then they go out and they draft Daniel Jones. They draft Daniel Jones for Pat Shermer. We win 4 games. Doesn't stop him from firing Pat Shermer. Although they reached for Daniel Jones at 6. They reached for Pat Shermer, and it didn't stop him from firing him the next season because the Giants regressed. Then bring in Joe Judge. Then bring in the Clowns. We've regressed again this year. I'll say this. When Joe Judge was here last year, I gave him nothing but praise. I thought Joe Judge did a phenomenal job with the Giants, especially in that second half. We didn't have Daniel Jones. We still won a game with Colt McCoy. At quarterback, we didn't have Saquon Barkley the entire season. And the season was weird. You know, they had no training camp. This was his first year as a head coach. All this stuff was going on. And they still managed to be 5-3 in the second half. So I gave him a lot of praise. And it was well deserved. The one thing, Joe Judge's opening press conference, Tim talks about this all the time. I bought it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. I'm not going to deny that. It wasn't Joe Judge saying we're going to punch in the nose for 60 minutes. It wasn't Joe Judge talking about I'm going to put a team on the field you can be proud of. That's not what got me. What got me hook, line, and sinker was don't tell me what these players can't do. Tell me what they can do. And I said, this guy gets it, man. I said, this guy understands. That's what good coaches do. They make these players better. They take what the players can do and they make them better. They build game plans around the players to make them better, to elevate their game. I thought he understood it. He talks a good game, but it's all talk, no substance with this guy. He still mismanages the clock. He still gets outcoached every game. He doesn't know how to make adjustments. He takes timeouts, ill-advised timeouts. How is it possible to take a timeout on defense and then every single time we take a timeout on defense, the opposition scores? How are you outscored 59-0 the last 2 minutes of the second half over the course of the season? How do we not run into 3 points? How is that even possible? How is it possible to get outscored 59-0? This is a question that I want to ask you people that are defenders of Joe Judge. Number one, just because he's been here 2 years doesn't mean that he shouldn't be fired. If you have a job for 2 years and you hate it, are you going to go, well, I better stick it out for a third year because I don't want to leave after 2 because I did that on my previous job? Is that what you want to do? If something's not working for you after 2 years, why would you continue to do it? Why would you continue to do something that isn't working? I don't understand that. So because we fired McAdoo after 2 years and we fired Shermer after 2 years, now we have to hold on to Judge for a third, hoping that somehow it gets better with pretty much the same team you're going to end up with this year, except for you're going to lose Ingram, you're going to lose Solder, you're going to bring in a couple of players here and there, you're going to get your draft picks. Do you really think it's going to be better? But here's the other thing. Which player has gotten better this year from last year? Which one? Daniel Jones? Is he better than he was last year? No. Is Kenny Golladay any good here? No. I mean, Detroit Lions fans said Kenny Golladay might be a headache and this and that, but Kenny Golladay put up good numbers in Detroit. He's been non-existent here. Offensive line stinks. But it stunk. We knew that going into the year. There's no surprise here. There's no surprise the offensive line was going to be bad. We knew that. We knew that. Is Barkley any better? I know he was hurt last year, but is he any better than he was in 2019? Is he any better than he was in 2020? No. Is Darius Slayton any better? Is Sterling Shepard any better? Is Leonard Williams any better? Is Jabril Peppers, before he got hurt, is he any better? Is Logan Ryan any better? Is James Bradbury any better? Are any players actually better this year under Joe Judge, under the same system? Patrick Graham's still there. Joe Judge is still there. Did anybody? Jason Garrett was there for most of the year. He's not there now, and our offense has actually gotten worse since Garrett left. You can say that's because of Glennon, whatever. The play calling still atrocious here. What has gotten better this year? What do you look at and go, yeah? Tay Crowder's had a good season. Xavier McKinney, I'm not even going to count McKinney because McKinney played 4 games last year. He was hurt most of the year. He's a Pro Bowl safety. He's had a great year. And even McKinney got burned along with Logan Ryan on the 2-deep safety look when whoever the receiver was, I forget his name, ran right down the middle of the seam and caught a 59-yard touchdown pass right before the half, which can't happen. But McKinney's had a good year, but again, what are you comparing him to? 4 games last year? So is Tay Crowder the one guy that's gotten better this year? Is Dexter Lawrence any better? Who's better? Are the Giants better? What has Joe Judge done to make you believe this guy's, not even that this guy's Belichick or Parcells for crying out loud. What makes you believe he's even a guy that should be given a 3rd year to coach here? He doesn't do anything well. He doesn't make adjustments. He's outcoached every freaking week. He never takes accountability for anything. He throws everybody he can under the bus. I've said it a million times. Joe, you can throw all those bodies under the bus all you want. All it's going to do is slow the bus down because it's going to run you over eventually, sir, because you do not know how to coach. He's in over his head. I don't believe these players believe in him. You can't come in with a Parcells and Belichick philosophy when you haven't won anything. These players aren't going to buy into what you're saying without some kind of proof that it works. You buy into Parcells. You buy into Belichick. Why? Look at their record. Look at their accomplishments. Say, yeah, he knows what he's doing. You look at Joe Judge, you say, what the hell experience does this guy have? He was a special teams coordinator. And our special teams outside of Gano are terrible. The thing that he did in New England, we're awful. We're one of the worst teams in the league on special teams. I don't understand. I'm really at a loss for words on this one. I mean, if you wanted to compare Joe Judge to Bill O'Brien or Bill Cosby, oh, okay. I get on board with that. But Bill Belichick, Bill Parcells, John Mara, are you serious? He's serious. This man needs a mental evaluation. There is no similarity. There is nothing to compare the legendary Big Tuna and Bill Belichick to Joe Judge. It's absolutely absurd. I have some bad takes on this channel. There is no doubt about it. This aged poorly. Get that a lot. I have had some takes that have aged poorly. That's a fact. I don't know if I've ever heard a worse take in my life than Joe Judge is the next Bill Belichick or Bill Parcells. Now, all I can hope for is if he comes back next year, it sounds like he will, then I'm eating my words on this one, and this video ages poorly. As a New York Giants fan, that's all I can hope for. It's all we can hope for. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't see it. As always, if you made it 13 and a half minutes, you're an absolute trooper. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you want to keep Joe Judge here? You think Joe Judge should be gone? If you want Joe Judge here, please tell me why. I would love to know. I want to know why people... And don't tell me because we can't fire a coach after 2 years. Give me a legitimate reason why you think Joe Judge can turn this franchise around. I would love to know because I don't have any reasons for it. Anyway, that's all I got in this video. It's a bad day to dizzle. I'm gone. Peace.